coast today. Not coast to coast, just the coast, the Washington coast. And we'll just say out in the harbor. I'm hanging out today with Ty Wulf of Invisible Argyle Sweater. Ty.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Hello there, man. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Good. What's life like in Ty World's world today?
Just taking care of some recording projects today. I got a few videos I'm recording, working on this great big cup of coffee right now. Really? Business as usual.
Did you ever see the show Friends?
Oh yeah.
Is it like one of the Friends cup sizes?
Yeah, absolutely. You gotta have it.
Those are the best kind. Those are endless. Nice. So when you say making videos, is that for the Ty Wulf music on YouTube, or are you doing some like 80s style, like big hair chick videos out in the harbor today?
A little bit of each, you know.
Oh, are you? Okay, really? I bet they hate you because it's what, 40 degrees, 30 degrees out there?
Right. You keep it cool for sure. A little bit of snow out here yesterday. When's that ever happen?
I saw that. Yeah, no doubt. How much accumulation did you guys get?
Nothing. It's all gone today. Yeah.
Really?
But it was just holding up with the stick for a few hours and that's it.
Wow. Wild. Yeah, Ty is actually just, how far are you from the beach? You're pretty much right there, aren't you?
Really close. So there's the ocean, there's a big old bluff, and then the highway runs along the bluff. I'm on the opposite side of the highway there. Oh. So you look out my front door and you're looking out in the water.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, rough rock star lifestyle as a kid leads.
Yeah, my sister's house up here. I wish it was mine.
Someday.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we lost the first round at this. And so Ty was nice enough to be able to put a few minutes aside today for us to get an interview in. Want to chat a little bit more about Invisible Argyle Sweater, which was actually, Ty, wasn't that one of your very first projects?
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. I would like to claim it as my first. I had like a silly little band when I was a teenager, and but Invisible Argyle Sweater was kind of my side project back then. Okay. And from that point, it kind of grew into more so my main project, really. Okay.
So that kind of became front and center, and then like some of the other, I don't want to say monikers, but some of the other projects, like for instance, Rebel Scum, Maverick IC, Rebel Scum being an active working band, was one thing, but like Maverick IC was there again, like another kind of side project, right?
Yeah, Maverick IC is sort of what Invisible Argyle Sweater is turning into. So Invisible is getting sort of retired, but Maverick IC is about the same musical concept. Okay. I want to go forward with a little bit more of a different approach as far as the kind of music that I'm writing. I wanted to tailor it so I can play the stuff at gigs a little bit easier. Let's see, how can I describe this? Like, Invisible Argyle Sweater is kind of very like trippy, esoteric, kind of like psychedelic, really mellow, moody kind of music. And I want to move forward kind of with the same idea, but like just a little bit more of a rock sensibility, you know, keep it like a little bit more danceable and a little bit more hooky. So when I go and perform it at shows, I'm not just like putting people to sleep, right?
No, you don't want to do that. I mean, but it depends on what the venue is, so.
Yeah, exactly. If it's the venue, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, if it's the Cherry Hill Geriatric Home for Librarians, by all means, go ahead and do the, like, you know, more ethereal set. Otherwise, rock that puppy up. Yeah,
exactly. And, you know, it's just from what I observed when I have played gigs as Invisible Argyle Sweater before, it just hasn't really seemed like the right environment for it. So we're just going to kind of do a little bit of rebranding, a little bit of different composition with the music end of things on it. Just keep it a little bit more upbeat and exciting, and a little bit more
great.
A little more catchy too.
Well, you know, and I'm a fan of catchy. You know, I've got my own pop sensibilities, and I've got some sensibilities left, and I guess you could say the rest did go snap, crackle, pop. Now, how many of the tracks would you say you've been able to perform live off of the Invisible catalog in front of audiences before, or is it all relative? No, it wouldn't be relatively new if it is some of your first material. So you have played it for crowds before.
Oh yeah. I think that my first Invisible show was back in 2006. Actually, it was a very, very long time ago.
Hey, it wasn't that long ago there, kiddo.
Yeah, well, it feels like it. Sure feels
it really was. 14 years ago. No, that just goes to show too already your longevity in the business. So that there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
Ty Wulf, you're not a flash in the pan.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know how to do anything else, so I'm stubborn if anything else.
But and the thing is though, is that I know you well enough now these last couple of years to know that you like not only pushing the boundaries, but you like, I think, kind of challenging yourself to try new things.
Yeah, it's very experimental music. A lot of the sounds I get are really just from sitting down at my computer with a blank slate and just throwing stuff together until it makes some cool sounds, And that kind of builds on like the sort of like trippy glitch kind of aesthetic I put in a lot of my electronic music too, right? A lot of it's just, I just have fun and I make the noises first, and then I figure out later how I'm gonna stuff that into a song with some structure and a beat to it, kind of.
Cool. So you wrap the song around the actual like bone structure, which is more like your noise and your different. That's wow. I like that. Actually, that takes me back to a degree of how I had heard it described about Depeche Mode's like early material, more so after the addition of Alan Wilder, because they would record like things like a screw or something falling down like a rain spout.
Yeah.
And I kind of see that you could go that route. I think it's interesting though too, because especially for an artist in the experimental genre or avant-garde, but no, experimental, you can totally leave yourself open to all kinds of growth, and I think that your possibilities, it's limitless if you continue to go that route. Yeah,
I really feel like it too. I mean, like you're saying with the like Depeche Mode, and they're recording like their found sounds, and they're making like electronic music out of real world sounds that they just record. I mean, I'm all on board with stuff like that. And you're right, like it really is like the sky is the limit when you start thinking about music in the sense of what sounds are out there in the world around you. How can you capture them? How can you manipulate them to be something entirely brand new, right? I mean, once you stop thinking about music as you're going to push the keys on a keyboard, you're going to pluck the strings of a guitar, like everything around you is sound. Everything can be used as sound.
I think if something makes a sound, it definitely can be used. Totally. And it's amazing, and I think probably more so than we even realize, but even in mainstream pop and rock music, I think that we'd be blown away if we knew the amount of samples and different effects and different sounds that are edited into songs without us even realizing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another really good example of a musician or a producer that really pushed the envelope, actually created a brand new folder for the envelope altogether back in the 90s, and that was Carl Stevenson, also known as Forest for the Trees, also known as Martian Forest Service, also known as my buddy. To take a sound, something like a rattle rolling across the floor, and the way that, and you said it yourself a minute ago, to manipulate it, and it becomes such an essential part of a song the more that you hear it, that without that particular sound, it's like the song is incomplete.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Totally. There's like complete different tonalities that you can get that don't occur in the real world once you start slowing down sounds, once you start playing stuff back at like lower octaves than it's supposed to.
Right.
Or something, and you just reverse the playback direction and it makes it sound completely different. Like, it's hard to get these tones with real instruments, but it's actually fairly easy to do it with sample manipulation.
Right.
Experience the new alternative.
Neo Retro. This is DJ D Phoenix coming to you live from Olympia, Washington. Hanging for a few minutes today with Ty Wulf of Invisible Argyle Sweater. Ty, what is... Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Normally we do this at the end of the interview, but I need a couple of words to the world from you. For some reason, I think that you've got more than one this time.
Words for the world. Okay.
Okay, now you've got to dig deep on this one there, champ.
Okay, I'll dig deep on this one.
Would you please?
I should know to have this ready by now.
Well, I know. I know he listens to the station. He knows it's coming.
Yeah.
That's all right. I love dropping bombs on people. You know that.
Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna like serious this time though. Like I have some words to the world, and I think it's really just important right now for everybody to love one another and to help each other out, because the world's kind of going completely crazy right now, and I think that we need a lot more unity than we do division. And I think that's my best words to the world that I can come up with today.
From your lips to our ears to hopefully somebody in charge is something. I don't know. Something's got to change.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I hate the fact that I'm an ostrich to a degree. But I refuse to get caught up in the fervor and the media. The way that the little bit that I do listen to every day, the media is just still like really pushing buttons, and I'm just overwhelmed and amazed that like this is the norm and that this is all okay. Let's instill as much fear and concern and panic and worry. You know, it's like, shame on these people. Anyway, thank you for that word though, man, because that's awesome, and I totally echo what you said. What do you think the prospects are? Let's see, what is it? We're not even out of January. I keep hearing bits and pieces of conversation from different artists in different areas that there's a expectation that all restrictions could be lifted up by the time fall rolls around this year.
Well, I would certainly hope so, but part of me kind of feels like that's a whole lot of wishful thinking. You know, there's a lot of work that needs to be done before we can really be back to normal, and as they say, and really open up gigs and all the other events and stuff with completely guilt-free. And
right,
man, well, I don't know. I just don't really see it happening that soon, to be honest.
Unless there's a Christmas miracle in store very, very early, long before Christmas, and it, to a degree, I won't say disappears, but dissipates dramatically.
I think that, you know, just for the sake of we're going into warmer weather, we're going into spring and summer here in the next few months, that could do a lot to help. I mean, as far as like the vaccination goes, like I don't really have a lot of faith in the entire population taking the vaccine and then making everything go back to normal, right? Like there's a lot of people out there who aren't going to take it. No, I'm not passing any judgment here, to each their own, but I just don't really see what the magic equation is going to be that's going to make us all better and make us go back to playing concerts with 10,000 people by September, right?
Right. And well, for that matter, by December or by a year from now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's so hard to say what the future holds, and I'll tell you, man, let's seriously look for and find that time travel machine, because I want to zip ahead and we'll go find out. We'll grab lunch somewhere and then we'll come back. Yeah,
exactly.
And then we'll know. They won't believe us, Ty, but we'll at least have the answer as to what happened.
Yeah, that's the problem, is even if you know exactly what needs to be done, then trying to convince the rest of the population to do it with you. Good luck.
Let's see, give it a little bit of time, a lot of advertising dollars, and excuse me, how long did it take for the world to bow down or to slow down?
I don't know.
2 months?
Yeah, I guess
2 months
so.
at that, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, because no matter what is going on, you're always going to have your pockets of people that are the resistance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of like, wasn't that the name of the group in Terminator?
I think so.
I think it
It's
was.
been a while for me.
I'll bet John What's-His-Face is out there right now just like scouting up robot heroes for the future, I'll bet.
Yeah.
I'll go jump on his time travel. Ty, I don't know where I'm going with this. Oh my gosh. Material out by Invisible Argyle Sweater.
Yeah.
I've still been running across stuff. I'm still loving what I'm hearing. And that's why material keeps ending up on rotation. So
very cool.
What are the next releases? Do you think when's that going to happen?
Well, I'm going to say probably around maybe March or so. I put it in my calendar, so I'm going to keep rolling out these tracks from the album that I just released, my 2009 reboot album.
That's right. What was the name of that one again? I'm sorry.
Cyan Essence.
That's right. I knew Essence was in there. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
and I'm sorry, Ty, that's available where for listeners?
You can find it on my Bandcamp, and it's available to download for free.
For free?
Yeah.
Well, we didn't get you anything.
Yeah.
And you did that for us. That's so awesome.
Exactly.
Ty's a good guy. Whatever anybody says, don't believe him because Ty's a good guy. I should know.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So that's that. Hey, do you think there'll ever come a day, and I know that you've done them in the past because there's a number of them on your YouTube channel, but do you think you'll ever do a cover album?
Maybe not. I think that there's probably some, I think maybe the main thing holding me back from that's like copyright rules and stuff like that. But as far as just putting covers on YouTube goes, absolutely. I'm going to keep doing that. Maybe make like a little collection of it or something. I don't know. Okay. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do some covers, not just acoustic covers, but covers in the style of Invisible Argyle Sweater.
Oh my gosh, full on. Shoot, yeah.
So I take like a regular like guitar-based song and I make like a crazy electronic version out of it. I think that'd be pretty fun to do. But I'm not sure.
Or take an epic song, like an epic classic, and rework it.
Yeah, totally.
And
so there's a lot of possibilities there too.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the little bird in your ear, man, from time to time, and just like, give you like simple suggestions.
Totally.
Okay.
I'm open for requests too.
Nights in White Satin.
Okay. I like that one.
Actually, do you know one of the tracks that we were actually going to work on when you very first got selected for Legendary?
That was Day in the Life by the Beatles.
Oh my God, you got it totally right there. That's one that I would love to hear you attack.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll give that a go. I give anything a try at least,
See?
Nothing saying it's going to turn out, but...
What's that?
Nothing saying it's going to turn out good, but I'll give anything a try.
Have you heard the Miley Cyrus version of it?
I have not.
Okay, and actually I'm not a Miley Cyrus fan, but the chick did... Well, the chick had, what's his face from the Flaming Lips? Wayne, whatever his name is. That was the backup on that. And... Actually, you know what? I'm going to have to get you a copy of that, buddy, because I think you'll appreciate the psychedelic overtones in that. And I don't say undertones because it's about as like taking LSD on a good Saturday night as you can get and still fry out to the Beatles and be up by Sunday morning for church.
Right on, man. Sounds like a good time.
I have no idea where that just came from, but that's my review of Day in the Life by the Flaming Lips featuring Miley Cyrus. Oh, nice. Good grief. Ty, I think I've got COVID, man. Yeah. It's gone to my head.
You got a little brain fog there today, huh?
Oh, my Lord. Brain fog. Snot running down. Oh, my God. What am I doing? I'm creating more editing to do. Okay, back up. Yeah, good grief. So what you got going on today? You're just kind of hanging out and getting shit done?
Yeah, it's a recording day. Just getting some stuff, some content recorded for my YouTube channel and stuff.
That's right. You did say that. See, if I listened to my own shows, I'd probably know that.
It's all good, man. Yeah. You had asked about what I'm putting out next with the Argyle Sweater, though. So I think I stay on track for a minute there.
Go for it. That makes one of us.
So we already covered that I just released that one album. You can get it on my Bandcamp. I actually pulled up the URL here, so to say the URL on the radio. It's Wulf, TYWULF.bandcamp.com. You'll find my album there. You can download it for free. You can make a donation if you like to, and that'd be super cool, and I'd love you forever. Anyway, I got the second album coming up. It's basically already done. I'm just kind of waiting to upload it for the right time, and I'm going to launch that in about a month or so, around March or so.
Nice.
I got a third Invisible Argyle Sweater reboot album, and that will be the end of my rebooting old stuff. And yeah, so I imagine all of that will be done and out by the end of 2021. Okay. I got some unreleased, unfinished Invisible Argyle Sweater material that I'm going to kind of finish up before I put this project completely on the back burner and just move on to only doing Maverick IC. There's just some half-written material. It needs to have the finishing touches put on it, right?
That's awesome.
Even though I kind of quit doing Invisible Argyle Sweater for Maverick IC, there's going to be a lot more that people haven't heard yet, just from the nature of it's been my bedroom project for the last 10 plus years. And I just,
Right.
a lot, right?
Right.
So,
I can imagine that you've got to probably have like files and different songs floating around that like are either unfinished or not quite exactly how you wanted them to turn out.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that were almost going to be songs. I don't know if I'm ever going to do anything with that, but there was an almost fourth Invisible Argyle Sweater album, which is just going to get finished. And then there was going to be any of my newer material, and that's probably just going to get repurposed for the new project for Maverick IC. So
Gotcha. So it's almost
I should note that too, like before we move on here too, like
Yeah.
I had given you a few Maverick IC tracks to be played on Neo Retro, and I kind of jumped the gun on a lot of that, but I wanted to get something out there, right? So
well, yeah.
some of those tracks I gave you are actually also Invisible Argyle Sweater that kind of got improved.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, there was one of them, I think it was Seasons of Misery, I think was just a straight up Invisible Argyle Sweater track.
Okay, that was one. Another one that I've seen on both of them, I think, is Nothing Compared.
Oh, right. Nothing Ventured.
Nothing
Part
Ventured, yeah.
six.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking Sinead O'Connor. I'm sorry. That's the other band member. Nothing Ventured. But it seems to me that there might be one or two more, though, too, that were a crossover on that.
It's possible. And some of those songs I am going to carry on into my Maverick IC set, like Nothing Ventured 6. That's I picked that one just because it's a really like heavy kind of guitar-based sort of jam. And that's really the theme of my music going forward. Like I want to play some cool guitar on stage and along to this stuff. So Nothing Ventured 6 is going to be a song that sticks around with us for quite a while there.
Nice. And if you don't get it in gear real quick, you know who's going to pass you up? This guy named Chris Toy.
Oh, yeah.
Called Of Lioness. Man,
Yeah.
He's going to leave you in his dust, so you need to get on that.
I believe it. That kid's a friggin' prodigy for sure.
Yeah, well,
Also one of my close friends and colleagues for the
there
list.
you go. A little bit of name dropping here and there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What? So we've got all the news then on the upcoming Invisible Argyle stuff, which is good. Don't forget, like Ty was saying earlier, to check out the Bandcamp material. Also, you will find. I know that there's Maverick IC stuff floating around out there, isn't there? Or am I the only one that has?
I think that you're the only one I've given anything to so far.
Okay. Then, yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna dangle it in front of you and then snag it away. You guys can't have it yet.
There will be something coming up in the next few months though. Like I'm working on getting the first. I have like 3 dedicated Maverick IC songs, and I'm trying really, really hard, practicing on them every day. I just got to get proficient at actually performing it before I really put it out there in the world, right? So it's coming soon.
Cool.
I'd say by summer we're gonna see some like serious stuff coming out there. So
Good. Well, good. So it gives listeners something to look forward to then. Besides whatever they're having for dinner next week.
yeah, totally.
And if you're not eating until next week, people, you may not be around to hear his new releases coming up later this year. So eat. Don't wait so long to eat.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this has been another fun time with DJ D Phoenix and Ty Wulf of Invisible Argyle Sweater. I'm going to go take some serious nighttime cold relief meds, I think, and I'm going to shove Ty out the door into traffic and hope for the best. Well, I think that's probably fair, don't you?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, good. Well, I'll tell you, it's going to have to be a really big bus to take you out, man. Ty, thank you so much for putting some of your time aside, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a pleasure.